jig and work out. I said, they do it every day. Do you not see them coming out that shirt? That's sweat. That's burning calories. And we got it around the world. We're able to go to Shark Tank, able to travel around the world to get people lit while they get fit. You know, all you have to do is believe in yourself. But like my brother said, believe in the cheese and life will be a breeze. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look, it is super exciting. Like, we are super excited just to be in front of you today. We are at ULM. You know, we have WRLDINVSN in the building. Yeah. We have some great speakers, like, ready to give y'all some great gems today. Like for real, this stuff will take you to higher heights and brighter lights. If you have any type of dream, any type of idea, your business, your brand, your company, like, this is the place to be. I'm telling you. Let's go, let's go.
Right, all right, so look, we're here live at the Activate Your Vision seminar.
Yes, we are.
And we're about to bring up our first couple speakers. Are y'all ready? Give me some hand claps if you're ready. Give me some put energy in your hands, put energy in your hands. So look, our first speakers that we got coming up. Now they are the owners of THLT Realty.
Okay.
The Harrison Lilly team is the #1 selling real estate team in Louisiana and owns a few other businesses, all right? He was born and raised in Northeast Louisiana and hopes to bring value to his community daily through his efforts as an entrepreneur, all right? Please put your hands together and make some noise for Justin Underwood and Harrison Lilly!
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, yeah!
How's it going, everybody? I'm giving instructions to put on the lapel mic, so I'm going to do that real quick and then I'll be with you, okay? How's everybody doing? Wow. I had no idea we would be following that. That was amazing. I see some faces I recognize. What's going on, man? I'm Justin Underwood. This is my buddy Harrison Lilly.
Hi.
Harrison and I get to work together on a regular basis because I'm in real estate finance and you are?
I'm a realtor.
That's putting it mildly. He owns a real estate company that has a lot of realtors that work with him and sells a lot of houses. And it really is a pleasure to be with you guys today. It's really an honor. I appreciate your time being here. And I think were they talking about their cheese? Is that what I was hearing? Cheese. Wow. Okay.
We had that wrong the whole time.
We're back there listening. I thought he was talking about the karate cheese. I was trying to figure it out. But that is awesome. Well, I appreciate all of your cheese. I see your smiles. That means a lot. And you know what we want to talk about today is real estate investing and real estate financing. Mainly because we have what we call entrepreneurs in the room. Is that right? That's right. Excellent. And to be an entrepreneur means that you want to build and grow something that doesn't already exist. Is that right? And you want to do it because of what it will offer for you and your family and the legacy that you might leave. And real estate plays a role in that. It plays a crucial role in that. One of the 4 things that you need for entrepreneurship is labor. You need effort and work. You need money. You need capital, right? You need entrepreneurship, and you need land. Land is a big part of the production of labor. And I don't want to get too heady or into that, but that's what we're talking about, is how can you use real estate to further your entrepreneur dreams and also to further wealth building. So with that, I want to hand the mic over, his own mic, to Harrison Lilly, because this guy, I've watched him over the last 4 years.
I've been licensed for 6, but started the business around 4 years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years, really just explode at a level that I haven't seen very many people do well. And I think his story is important, so I want him to share with that, and then I'll start talking about real estate financing.
Hey guys, my name is Harrison Lilly. So as I said before, I own THLT Realty, the Harrison Lilly team. We sell a lot of houses. Ultimately, that just means I'm a realtor that runs a really big business. Today's, I guess, theme is about activating your vision, and so what I want to tell is my story and why that means that anyone in this room can do the same thing. It just takes a lot of effort. My family is from Bastrop, Louisiana. My dad worked at the paper mill over there, and around 4 years old, he quit his job over there as a machinist, and went in full-time ministry, moved us to Swartz, and he pastored a small church in West Monroe. And the reason that's important is so that you know that my only privilege in life was that I had the best parents in the world, and we had a lot of love, but money was not something that we had. So everything that I have in this life is because of super hard work and entrepreneurial. Moving forward, after high school, I did go to ULM for a little while, and yeah, it was a good time. And I got into the service industry, specifically restaurants and bars, where I worked 7 nights a week. As many bars as would let me be behind their bar and serve drinks, that's what I did. And by 25, I had opened my own bar. Some of you in here may be old enough to know it. It was called Neat. And I was also manager for another bar called Lavo's Bar and Ballroom. Around 26 years old, I realized that I wanted to be a respected business person. And not that you can't do that in bars, but it's a lot harder, right? It's a little bit of a mindset shift there. And so I sold my bar, and I left my job at Lavo's and to get into real estate, the dream of making all the money by showing houses. And then I went broke. And then I picked up a job as an assistant manager for Nukes. I was making $37,500 a year, working my tail off 45 hours a week, and then not giving up on my real estate dreams. I worked another 40 to 50 hours a week at night, on the weekends, in the morning before shift meetings to make it work. It took me about a year to get some traction, but it happened, and I became the #1 rookie in the Northeast Louisiana board that year. And from there, we've grown a really big business. Today, why that's important is somewhere along those lines, someone shared a quote with me, and it said, for every piece of real estate you own is a day that you don't have to work. And working 90, 100 hours a week, investing every penny you have, going broke and not knowing how to pay your mortgage, you go, okay, that's really attractive. I would love that security of investing. And so I found an investment, and after I ran the numbers, I realized, I was like, that's $200. I don't even make $200 a day. So I was making like something like $115 a day working at Nukes. And I bought that investment. And I was like, man, I only have to work 29 days this next month. Like, I can take a day off. But I didn't do that, right? I kept working. And I bought another one, and another one, and another one. And today, just 3 years after I started investing, I now have a real estate portfolio of over $5 million. And my gross rents are over $20,000 to me after partnerships and payouts. And so the only goal I have today is to turn my gross rents, which is what everybody pays me, and then, of course, I got to pay everybody else the bills and the mortgages and insurance and everything, and to turn that into my net rents. And if I were to just work the plan, be consistent every day in my investing, and just live my life as I do today, and didn't buy any other real estate, in 10 years, all of those investments will be completely paid off. I'll have a net income of over $20,000 a month residual with no work from me, and a paid off real estate portfolio of $5 million plus appreciation.
Yeah, plus appreciation. What I love about Harrison's story is that the real key to it for him was, number one, working really hard. And all labor there is profit. I don't know if you've been told that before, but it's right out of Proverbs, okay? In all labor there is profit. The money's a bonus that we needed, but you had that. You had the labor, you had the effort. And then you captured the vision of how real estate would be able to improve his business and his life, and he's been committed to it. And it's really changing things. But part of what he did required financing. It required money outside of what?
Lots of financing.
Lots of financing. And just one of the cool things about owning real estate, even when you finance it, is the value is going this way, but the balance is going down. So you have two forces, opposing forces, working in opposite direction. And it becomes a wealth-building mechanism, okay? Now, with that being said, how can you go to a lender and get them to loan you money? That's the question, right? So again, how can you go to a bank or an investor and get them to loan you money? Now, I want to offer you a word that we don't use every day. And that word is risk. Does everybody use that word every day? I know you do. But the non-bankers in the rooms, it's not a word that we use all the time. But when you get in your car and you choose your path to where you're going, you're assessing the risk of getting there on time based on the path you take, right? And when lenders are looking to loan you money, what they're really doing is just determining what is the risk of the loan. So what I'll talk to you about here, without getting too long with it, is how do you put yourself in a position to lower your risk as a borrower, to lower your risk a borrower. And there's three primary things. Three primary things. Number one, most lenders are not going to know you. They don't have, this is not old school banking where we sit down and get to know people. You literally can put an application in online and never speak to a lender. Well, the way they get to know you is through your credit report and credit score. That is your character assessment of the behavior of you as a borrower. So it's really important if you want to be an entrepreneur, invest in real estate, that you've got to start doing the things that help guard your credit. So get educated on that. Number one thing about credit is pay your bills on time. Because what the lender's most worried about is the fact that you're going to do that as well. If they make you the loan, you're going to pay as agreed, okay? Number two, Harrison said this, he said, I was working at Newt's, right?
See.
Working at Newt's, and he kept that income coming in so that he would have proof of income to be able to make the first investment loan. And that's important because the lender's not going to loan on your idea. I'm sorry. They're going to loan on what they know. And what they know is what your paycheck says. And you've got to be able to make those first investments on what your day job is, so to speak. So make sure you do that. I call it the brim hook, okay? Anybody here like to fish? Nobody? Anybody? Yay, we got a fisher. Yeah, so a brim hook, like you just put a cricket on it, you're pretty sure you can get a bite almost all day. And you can feed yourself, right? But that open reel with the spinner bait out into the middle of the water, that one's a lot harder, it's a lot less odds for you to get a big fish, right? Well, you got to have that brim hook before you start casting out that open face rod for the big fish. And that's what he did. Then he got his first loan. So credit, and then you got to have income that we can verify, right? And then the third thing is you got to have capital. You got to have a down payment when you're looking at an investment property. So you got to save some money, okay? Now, one way that you can help build that capital is by investing in yourself first. And that's with your own personal home. That's with your own personal home. Who here needs shelter? Everybody needs shelter, right? So you have to deal with the question of home ownership or the question of shelter, whether you like it or not. So why not make your first investment in yourself with your own home? And the cool thing about that is there are options to be able to get that loan without a down payment. Without a down payment. And so to me, your first piece of investment for real estate needs to be your own home. And you'll start building wealth in that property that you can use to leverage to get those investment properties down the road.
Completely agree. Buying your own home, in my opinion, I don't think it should be an opinion, I think it's a fact, it is the biggest bet you could ever make in your life on yourself. And you're making money so many different ways. Your house will appreciate, so you're going to earn money that way. You get to write off your interest payments on your taxes, so you make money there. And then also, every time you make a payment, it's not like paying the rent or paying for your college dorm. You're putting equity into your own home. You're paying down that principal balance.
It's a savings account.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a forced savings account, so if you're really bad at spending it with your finances, just buy a bunch of houses and keep paying those down and let people rent them and pay them for you. It's the easiest way to just make a lot of money and enjoy your life and be super financially secure.
And there's one other thing that people often overlook. If you live in your own home for 2 years and sell it, the capital gains is tax-free. There's no taxes on the profit that you make. There's very few things in this world that you can earn a profit on and not have to pay taxes, but your primary residence is one of them.
So buy a house every 2 years and call me every time.
Where are you going?
I would like to open it up for questions. Anyone have questions for us?
Do you want to stream?
Yes, sir. That is the elements of production. So when you're an entrepreneur, you want to produce something, right? And so you need capital, money. You need entrepreneurship. Somebody's got to have the vision and the risk to actually step out and do something. You got to have labor. Somebody's got to do the work. Somebody has to do the work. And then you got to have land. That's the 4 elements of production.
You're going to be
When
putting
you have all 4
this.
of those together, you're doing something really cool.
Is this for your own home or for an investment property? Investment property, you're typically looking at 15%. And there is some creative financing, and I can talk on that for like 3 hours, and they're not going to let me. But you're welcome to have my cell phone number. You can call me, I can go over all of it with you.
All right, I'll make a confession. My first rental property I purchased with no money down.
I paid. I do things the hard way, guys.
Subject to appraisals.
See, that's
one of the creative ways to do it.
Yeah.
Subject to appraisals. I got an appraisal subject to what it would be worth as renovated. And that difference in cost and value was considered a down payment. It's harder to get that done today.
You can only do that in commercial financing.
And I know you said something about 2 years. Like that's owning the home, right? That's not leasing. That's not like.
So when I use the term primary residence, that means you occupied at least 51% of the year, and you've owned it for at least 2 years as your primary residence. There is a caveat about owning it for 5 years if you got like 2 homes in 2 different states. It's a little complicated. Yes, sir.
You guys flipping houses too, or just?
Absolutely.
Yeah. My last flip was last year. Harrison sold it for me.
I currently have the house listed again as of today.
Well, the lady passed away, sadly. But a tree fell on the house. The house was worth about $150,000. The guy that owned it was actually building the house and was getting ready to sell it. The insurance company offered him $60,000 for renovations. He called me and said, "Well, that's what I'd make if I fixed it up and sold it. Would you buy it from me for what I owe, which is $90,000?" I think it was 90, maybe it was 78, whatever the number was. I said, "Yeah, I'll buy it." He spent 30, and he sold it for almost 165. Those opportunities come up, but people need to know you're a buyer. They're not gonna know unless you do something to make them aware. One way is to get to know your real estate agent so that they know that you're in the position to do it, you want to do it, and then you've got to be, putting it out there in some way.
Did you have any specific questions about flipping?
No, I was just wondering, do you guys flip houses too?
So,
It's a great way to build cash flow for sure. You probably, on average, in our area, look at about $20,000 to $30,000 in profit per year. And if you're working 5 hours a week to flip and make that happen, you can easily find 4 to 6 of those a year. So do the math; it's pretty good income.
What are the things that I would need to, if I'm a college student right now working and I'm trying to get my first investment property, what do I need to come with to the bank to even be able to be taken seriously?
all right, I'm just going to be like really blunt and real with you guys. The student loans are a problem. You've got to be mindful about that. Because you cannot file bankruptcy on student loans. That means it will never go away. It is federally protected. You can buy a car, you can buy a house, I can loan you money, you can take me to court in bankruptcy and try to get the debt wiped off. You cannot do that with student loans. And it's a little too easy to get the money, in my opinion. I'm probably going to get in trouble.
Keep it real.
Okay, keep it real. The amount of money you're allowed to borrow relative to what your job and your degree is going to pay you after you get done is not properly managed. I have to manage risk every day when I make a loan. They're not managing that risk because they know they can hang it in you forever. Forever. You cannot file bankruptcy on it. So you need to be really, really, really thoughtful about what your career is going to pay you relative to the amount you're borrowing. There should be a calculation for that. They shouldn't be allowed to loan you more than what your job's going to pay you when you graduate. That is my opinion. I should not see teachers with $200,000 in student loan debts. Okay? I've seen it. All right? So I'm just being real because of the room we're in about that. Okay? The second part of it is you've got to have proof of income. So if you're going to be self-employed, which I encourage you to do, it is the backbone of our country tied to real estate. Okay? Your tax returns matter. Why? When you're self-employed, you can, quote, pay yourself, but that is not your pay stub. Your tax return. Your tax return is what you tell the federal profit, then I as a lender have to use that number as what your income is. See what I'm saying? You may have revenue of $100K that year, but if you expense 80 of it, I can only use 20,000 a year as your profit. Now, there is some caveats of expenses that I can add back, but that would be another class for another day. So you need to take care of your tax returns. Make sure you're working with a lender and a CPA who understands your vision of what you want to accomplish so that they can help you structure those returns in a way that helps you accomplish that. Any other questions?
We need to contact you all. How do we contact you?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm at Origin Bank. I'm a mortgage lender at Origin Bank. My cell phone number is 318-805. 2811.
And my cell is 318-732-6030, or you can just Google my name, because the lovely lady on the blonde lady right there takes care of that for me.
What's that number again? 318
732
732
6030.
6030. Harrison Lilly.
That's right.
What's your name, sir?
Justin Underwood.
Justin. That's your
All right, I want to add one more thing before we go. The combined total of college degrees here on this stage is 0. 0. At 19, I had a kid and a wife. You have no excuse for whatever it is you want to accomplish. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all. I feel like we should have introduced somebody.
Up next.
Coming up next.
Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand. Put your energy in your hand. Yes, put the energy in your hand. Now listen, that's what some great gems. Those were some great gems. I hope y'all took some notes. You know, like, I know we may not be thinking about, you know, real estate property right now, but when it's time, when it's time for that, it's definitely time for that. So those are some great guys that have some great gems.
Right. So before we bring the next speaker up, how did y'all like that session? Y'all like that session? Facts. Look. College students. How many college students we got in here? Raise your hands. Bam. Awesome. You guys are taking. Do you guys know what you're doing right now? You guys are taking steps for your future. You guys are feeding yourself the most valuable asset that we have in the world, which is your mind. Because your mind could be filled with knowledge forever. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's awesome that you guys are doing that, and that you guys are taking care of your future.
Yeah, man. I just love to see it, you know, because we could be doing anything. We could be in the dorms room right now, you know, playing whatever you want to do on the TikTok, you know what I'm saying, online. But you're actually up here activating your vision. Now let's get to the next
Right.
speaker.
I'm actually glad you brought up TikTok, because we're going to get into our next segment, which is digital marketing.
Ooh,
right? How many of you heard of digital marketing? Oh yeah. Look, we're about to dive deep into it right now. So look, the next speaker we got coming up is Duran. Duran is the owner of Key Marketing Solutions, a digital marketing company that specializes in content creation, digital and internet marketing, and website and app development. Duran is also the pastor of St. Joseph Missionary Baptist Church of West Monroe, where he has served since 2019. He also works at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority as the Public Information Director. His favorite titles are husband to Patience and daddy to Demi. Everybody give it up for Duran. Duran, yeah! Let's go.
How y'all doing? Good. Let's see if we can get this PowerPoint. Where's Taylor? I gotta put the lapel on, and I got a PowerPoint.
You're good.
I'm good. All right. Student to entrepreneur ratio, what we looking like? Where my students at? Entrepreneurs? Woo! Oh, students, come on now. You let the old heads come out and make a little bit more noise? All right, students, let's do it again. Students, where we at? Woo! Entrepreneurs, where you at? As we setting up, oh, we already rolling. Oh, I love this. I love this. Listen, this has been a phenomenal event already, and I can't wait to see what we have next. It's not about me. It's about you and what you learn and take away from this event. WRLDINVSN, Nick, Marlon, JiggAerobics, the crew, all of us at Louisiana Catalyst, Louisiana SBDC, we came to bring this to you to help you learn and grow and reach the goals that you have in life. Real quickly, I know I'm talking marketing, but I gotta plug Louisiana Catalyst because all of you are local entrepreneurs and or students at this university. You gotta know about resources. You got to know about the resources that you can leverage to reach your dreams, your entrepreneurial dreams, and even some of the things that you're doing as students in terms of internship. Louisiana Catalyst, I'm vice president. We are entrepreneurship, networking, innovation, and collaboration. Whatever your dream is, entrepreneurship-wise, as a small business owner, as a small business advocate enthusiast, you need to get connected with myself, Mr. Quentin Durr. He's probably running around here somewhere. He's our president. But Louisiana Catalyst, we are exactly what the name says. We're here to help you take off. We're a launch pad for you. And so if you have business goals, business aspiration, come get plugged in with Louisiana Catalyst. We're excited to work with you, not just if you're trying to start a business, but if you're already in business as well. We got this cool program that we just rolled out these last 2 weeks called CEO Roundtables. We're taking applications where we're trying to work with CEOs. If you're not a CEO or a decision maker in the company, then you're not even welcome to this table. So think about the minds that are going to be around this table that are going to be talking about how to improve their business, how to grow, how to strategize, how to collaborate, how to develop and establish resources one with another. So we definitely want to tell you about Louisiana Catalyst. Now, the moment you've really been here for, marketing. Marketing. Key marketing solutions. Let us unlock your business potential. Notice with a name like Key, one of the things that I did not do was use the old school key that we used to open up our apartment or our house. But we know as we go forth in technology, a key is now our thumbprint, our fingerprint. So as we go into marketing, as we start talking about everything we're getting ready to do, I want you to look at some of the signs of what we've done to do some of the steps that I'm going to teach you. When you develop a marketing strategy, we keep it pretty simple. If you'll go ahead and go to the next slide. Go to the next slide. We keep it really simple. What should you be thinking about? What should you be thinking about? Of course, you're thinking about money, right? I got a company, I got a product, I got a service. Money, I'm about to get rich. Why did you start your business? Did you start your business to get rich, or did you start your business to solve a problem? What should you be thinking about? If I keep solving the problem over and over and solving the same problem for more and more people, by default, what's going to happen? Then I'll get rich. But if I put the money in the front, then my quality of my product, the quality of my service, I may lose focus. I may not be as passionate about developing it, improving it. If I'm all about the money, then when Shark Tank called me and give me an opportunity to come on there, even though they're not paying me and they may or may not invest in me, what am I here for? I'm here to show the world that I got a solution to the problem. People say they've been bored they've been bored trying to get healthy. LaDante Xavier said, hey, let's get lit while we get fit. Oh, you've been wanting to get fit, but you've been bored. Let's get lit while we do it. The passion. They weren't looking at the profit. They said, we got a problem in our community. Health is an issue. And folks are tired of trying to deal with it the old traditional way. So what should you be thinking about? What's your product? What's your service? Who am I solving this problem for? Who are you solving your problem for? If you can't look at one person that will buy your product or call you for your services, then you got a problem. What are you talking about, man? What is this guy talking about? You got to have in your mind exactly who your customer look like, how tall he is, how much he weigh, what he do on the weekends, what his friends do. I got to know everything about this person. Why? Because I'm going to keep selling to him every time. Because he going to buy every time because he the one with the problem. And if I keep solving his problem, somebody else got the same problem. Now somebody else got the same problem. And now I got a group of folks that's my loyal customers. LaDonte, how many times y'all done been to Monroe? Wow. They've been to Monroe like 5 times. Not with the same company or group, but because they're doing what they do, everybody's starting to look and say, wow. Started with one company that called in with a problem. Then another company found out that, oh, y'all solving these problems for real? Come back and solve our problems. Come back and solve our problems. Now they here telling you about the cheese. What should you be thinking about? Go to the next one. What else we got, Taylor? So we talk about that ideal customer. I know exactly the type of company that I want as a client. I can tell you how much revenue they make annually. I can tell you how much they should be spending on marketing, whether they're doing it or not. And if they're not, I'm going to make sure that we get there. But absolutely everything about my client and the people that I want to do business with, I know it already. What does that do? Keeps me from wasting time putting together a bunch of proposals for people that I know not going to do business with me. For me trying to force my solution knowing that they may or may not even have that problem. So I got to know that I know who my client is. Now that I know who they are, how do I get their attention? Number one thing we do when we develop a marketing strategy, we ask one question. How can I get your attention? What can I do to attract you? I know I can solve your problem. I know I got everything you need. If all you got to do is just come see me, I'm going to take care of you. But if you don't know about me and I can't get your attention, so when I'm developing marketing strategies for my clients, marketing strategies for my company, which by the way, we're not on Facebook. We're not on Twitter. We're not on TikTok. I'm talking about Key Marketing Solutions. We just got a website. But I don't need clients. I don't need clients to find me. I target. I want him. I want her. I want this company. I want that company. I just told you who I'm trying to do business with. If I get on Facebook, that means everybody with a little snowball stand think that I want to build them a website or do some specialized marketing. I don't have time. I don't have time. And as an entrepreneur, you got to be okay with saying, not everybody my customer. Right. Not everybody go to Walmart. Not everybody go to Target. And they go to Walmart and Target for 2 different things. When you go to Target, you already know what you're signing up for. You're going to get a little ambiance music. As soon as you walk in, you're going to smell the Starbucks, so you already know what you're dealing with. That stuff come at a cost. When you walk in Walmart, roads, lights, concrete. Give it to them. And that's why the price is always less. Because they're not investing in those other things to create a customer experience for you. So as a company, as an entrepreneur, you got to be okay with saying, I don't want everybody business. But who I do want, I'm going to attract them. Not everybody I do business with is on Facebook. What I need a Facebook for? You're a CEO of the type of companies I'm trying to work with. If I see you sitting around posting on social media, then you're not making enough money. CEOs don't have time to be on Facebook and Twitter and TikTok. I'm just telling you. Just telling you. They hire me to be on their Facebook for them. So why would I create a key market on Facebook knowing the CEO is not there? I'll be talking to another person like me that's filled in inbox direct messages, being like, oh yeah, well, knowing they're not about to turn my information in because I'm their competitor. So why would I get on Facebook trying to target the people I'm trying to target? I don't need to do that. Now, if I just want to build brand awareness, let the community know that we exist and we're at events like this and we sponsor the baseball team, sure. But I'm not going to get on there for conversion. So you got to know who your client is. But then you got to know how to get their attention by knowing where they at, what they're interested in doing, where they at on the weekends, who they hanging with. Go ahead and go to the next one. So we're attracting. Number one thing, I know who my client is, potential client is, but I got to decide what's the best way to attract them. Is it social media? Is it internet? Is it newspaper? Is it TV? Is it radio? Is it me just getting out in the community and shaking hands, passing out cards? I got their attention now. They started following me. They realized that I got something that they still not quite sure about. They thought about it. It would be good to get a guy that can do some of the things that they advertising. Key marketing solutions, we do geofencing. We do search engine retargeting, websites, commercials, social media management. It ain't nothing we can't do. They're aware of that. I've gotten their attention. But how do I get them to really click, not just find me, but follow me? All right, I attracted you. I got your attention. But will you really follow? Will you really engage with my product now? Will you really look seriously at what my service is? That means I got to do something. So you see on websites all the time where it's, shoom, you're on the website for 3 seconds, shoom, it flies in. Give us your email address right now. Why? Because that's our attempt to try and capture you before you even realize that, hey, I may or may not do business with them, and I may bounce off this website in the next 7 or 8 seconds if I don't see exactly what I'm looking for right now. But I'm going to give you my email address. Now it's on us to retarget you with something and say, hey, you was on our website. You gave us your email address. I don't know which of these you're looking for, but we got them. Now that I capture you, you ain't going nowhere. What are companies right now that captured you to where you like, man, they really got me. I fell for the okie doke. I knew Big Brother was watching, but dang, I just had to click that one button, and now all I get is they stuff. Captured you. Gotcha. Y'all saw the commercial during the Super Bowl. I want y'all to tell me who it is. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Cleanest commercial you ever see. All they did was put a QR code on the screen and just let it go. How many of you pull your phone out and scan it? We got a few. You couldn't help yourself. You was like, a QR code? They ain't even put a cool beat behind it or nothing. It was just like a QR code, black screen, we're going to make the code change colors. We ain't even trying to get fancy with you no more. Oh, you so nosy. Oh, you so curious. Attracted you. You just got to know what's on the other side of this QR code. All these fancy commercials. You got Dolly Parton doing commercials. You got but this QR code just boop, boop, boop. What was the company? Y'all talk to me. When y'all scanned it, what company came out? Coinbase. Got them. Now, you're getting ads. Crypto, Coinbase, so forth and so on. And what my company do, Coinbase don't even have to be my client. Let Robinhood be my client. And the fact that you went on Coinbase site, I'm now going to try and steal you from Coinbase. That's the type of stuff we get into when we talk about search engine retargeting. Oh, the fact that you shopping with somebody else, bet. Whoop. I'm going to loop you into some of our ads, see if we can convert you on this side of the fence. Yeah, I'll see it all the time. Y'all be like, dang, I ain't even go to that site. All I get is their ads. Yeah, you went to one of their competitors. They had somebody like me on the other side. Dropping them cookies every time you went to their site. Not on my site. I don't care what you do on my site. I already got you. I already attracted you. I'm looking at what you're doing on my competitor site now. Oh, you like that? Bet. Whoop. Come here. Capture. What's next, Taylor? Number one, we gotta attract them. Know who you are, gotta attract them. Number two, now that you're looking at me, I gotta get you. I gotta capture you. And now that I got you, now that I've captured you, it's on me now. Xavier, it's on me to make sure once we put you on stage, you like, man, they got us out here. They got us out here. We're going to do what we do to make sure the crowd have a good time. They're going to nurture us. Make all of us feel better about our cheese. Nurturing. Make you feel good about that click. Dang, I ain't even go to their site. Now all I get is I'm going to make you feel good about being on my competitor's site. I'm going to make you feel good about it. I know you want this. Oh, buy one, get one. 50% off. Oh, we got this. To where you just like, well, I guess it is time for me to go look at this other. Nurture the relationship. Once I got your attention, just like right now. When I got up here, I was like, man, this guy, I don't even know what he really about to get into. He started talking about catalysts, and he started shouting out all this stuff. Now all y'all locked in. I see folks taking notes, listening. I'm going to nurture you. While I got your attention, let me rock you a little bit. Let me make sure I take care of you so that afterwards you feel like coming to talk to me. Man, you mentioned this. What that do again? That's what I want somebody to say afterwards. I'm going to nurture that relationship. How that work again? So that be companies like you that be doing it. Ooh, I thought that was the government. Just want to rock you a little bit, that's all. Nurture. Nurture that relationship. Nurture the fact that, hey, you gave me your attention and you started following. I don't keep marketing, we don't have social media, but I get a chance to watch all my clients' social media, and they say, I see somebody that I know done been on the site, and they say, I know Instagram like, look at them, here they come. Dang, look it up. Next thing you know, Facebook like, oh, they really following now. They don't even realize everything we post on Instagram also go on Facebook, but they just interested. They feel like they're a part of us now. They want to follow every page we got. They don't even care it's the same stuff. But I nurtured you. You don't now you come in here for the milk. You won't enjoy it. I want to make sure I don't miss nothing. Anytime they put anything out, if I happen to be on Facebook, I won't be able to get it. If I happen to be on I won't be able to get it. Because I've nurtured that relationship. We've nurtured that relationship. Next thing, most important thing, because all that other stuff, impressions and reach and likes and follows and me getting your attention, all of that don't matter, Taylor, unless I convert them. True. Go ahead and go to the next one. I got to convert you. You found out about me, you're aware. I attracted you on in. Now you active, you engage on all our channels, you trying to read our blogs, you're trying to find just who the owner of the company is, just trying to find stuff out about us. But does that make them yours? Not until they convert. The only way we measure conversion is sales. I don't care what, I promise I'm coming. Oh, I promise. As soon as I get my check, I'm about it. Oh, as soon as, wait till them taxes drop, until you spend the first penny with me, I ain't converted you. I'm waiting on my business loan to come through, or during COVID, when that stimulus come through, then I'm gonna go ahead and LLC, and then I'm gonna get that website. So I said, I don't waste my time with that. I got other clients. I got other prospects that I'm trying to target. If you waiting on a check, then, but that's my company model. But I need you to understand the conversion. Until you get the conversion, you don't have a customer. And the conversion is only calculated in dollars and cents. WRLDINVSN wouldn't be here without conversions. JiggAerobics wouldn't be here without conversion. THLT wouldn't be here without conversion. I bought my house from Harrison Lilly team. Y'all heard what they read about his resume? Last 4 or 5 years, #1 selling, not just in this region, in the state. Bought my house from his team. Harrison, I'm going to buy a house from y'all, man. I promise I'm going to let y'all buy my house. Harrison, okay, Deron, great. But Harrison wouldn't be sending me apple pies every Thanksgiving and Christmas? They sending apple pies every Thanksgiving and Christmas. Because I'm a customer. I converted. You don't just send that to anybody.
No.
People who converted get a pie. So don't ever get it twisted. All the fancy stuff we do in marketing don't mean nothing if I can't show you that, no, man, they went from your client, from your competitor website to yours. Once they got on your website, they looked around a little bit, but they really wanted to see what you was doing in the community. So they started looking at your social media, and I can prove it because all that same IP address come from the same area. Now look, they liking all your stuff on social media. Now you telling me they came in and bought those shoes? Now you mean to tell me they came in and actually scheduled with Chris Rux to take them on a tour across the town to see the available houses on the market? You're welcome. Conversion. Don't ever sleep on your conversion is the only thing, the most important thing. Be passionate about your service. Be passionate. Why? Because I know that if people convert, their lives going to be changed for the better. Isn't that why we're doing it? Entrepreneurship, solving people problems. That's all it is. Innovation, solving people problems. And the last thing, once I got you to not only give me your attention and your time, but once you gave me your treasure, I'm going to make sure I appreciate it and expand and send you pies on Christmas. Send you pies on Thanksgiving. Because I know how Duran is. Shoot, he bought this house this year, but in 5-6 years, he may be ready to upgrade. And I don't want him to think about nobody else but me. Harrison, why you send us pies?
So you don't forget about it.
Is it over? No. I got to keep expanding. I just showed y'all everybody marketing plan. I ain't know who was going to be in the room today. I ain't know Harrison. I saw your name, but I forgot Harrison. But all of you entrepreneurs, as we went through step by step, all y'all were like, dang, that is how we do that. I ain't know that's what they call that. This is what we do with all our clients. Ask the questions. Show them the resources, the technologies that we have access to solve their problems. We done. I think that's the last slide. Yep. We help our clients find their clients. That's what we do at Key Marketing Solutions, unlocking business potential by helping our clients find their clients. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all's time.
Thanks, Duran.
No doubt.
Is this on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Speaking of capturing, if you haven't registered, if y'all wouldn't mind, even if you're a guest speaker, if you're with World Envision, just scan that QR code and register for us. I promise I won't spam your inbox. Just need it for the records. I really appreciate it. The QR codes are posted around. If you need it, just let me know. And appreciate it. Who we got up next?
I think intermission.
You want to take a little break? A little lunch break? A little intermission? Not that long. 30 minutes.
I'm not even going to tell you about that protocol, but I'm watching my phone.